Hello. How's it going, everybody? I am streaming a little bit early. This is in part so I can check the stream. I'm going to mute desktop audio here for y'all for a little bit so I can check this because we're having some weird stuff happening. It's like a fun little problem that we're having. This is looking not too bad. Okay, I'm feeling a little better. Let me mute this so I can turn on desktop audio and you all can have some music. Yay. Welcome to Surprise All Aboard. You know, I've just taken over the stream. Yay. All right, let me get a few things set up here. Specifically captions. Everybody wants to do these chat highlights, huh? Hope you're all having good days. Just a wonderful time. Man, it's been forever since I've streamed on this computer. I'm excited to have it happen. Let's see what's happening. Let's see here. One moment while I get this all sorted out. It's been so long that I'm like logged out of this. I need to go and log in and use all the stuff to get all logged in. It's been forever. So that's fun. Here we go. Getting this going. Great. We have captions and we have a stream. So welcome. My name is Alice. I am manager of Studios Media and Lending Services at Newman Library at Virginia Tech. And I'm here to work on this lovely project for All Aboard. So let me get... I am never going to refer to this by the name that it is called, just because I think it is appalling that it is still named this. It's the GNU Image Manipulation Program. I will call it maybe GNU IMP if I call it anything. But yes, this is a free open source piece of software. Very great. And in the past, Jonathan has been working on this scan that we have of a board game. One of the biggest problems that we have with this game is that you can see there was lots of tearing and sort of just manipulation of the center area here. So Jonathan in the last stream spaced everything out really nicely. Oh, by the way, the music that we have on is Game Chops. So shout out to Game Chops. Love their music, love their stream safe stuff. So you should definitely check them out. It's a lot of like covers of stuff. Let's see here. Let me get some of this audio down. If the audio is like bad volumes, let me know and I can adjust. So anyway, we have a lot going on here. I'm going to name some layers. I already named this document, which I don't think you can see, that it's like a Rogers edit. So that's going on already. But let's rename some of these layers. First off, I want to group these layers because they are, let's see, this is where this layer is edits that Jonathan has already made. So I'm going to call this overlay for now. I may end up just deleting it and doing a new one because some of this I'm not like thrilled with how it looks. Pretty good. I wonder if like I'm wondering how much like a little movement is going to do to like kind of get these lines looking a little smoother. Yeah, like that. A little bit. Little moment there. I don't know. I may redo it a little bit. I mean, he did a bunch on this. I would like to keep it. So we're going to keep it. Fine. I've talked myself into this. We're just going to manipulate it a little bit. So that way some of these lines just match up a little bit better. This looks just like it needs to be smoothed almost. There we go. Can I adjust the size of this. So that way it's not quite as much. And a little bit is fine. You know, there's always going to be some funkiness when you're working on stuff like projects like this. But like, I think there's certain things here that like we could definitely smooth out. Some of it's because there's, and we can also sample. Like, I was always thinking we could do something like this. And then move it, just like push it. Maybe at a slightly larger scale. So it just all moves nicely. It's too much. We'll see. I'm getting a little ticky-tacky already. I wanted to kind of get some of the bigger ideas kind of fixed up first. None of that was good. We're going to undo all that. Dislike it. Anywho, a few things. We're going to get this E done. So we've got a lot going on. Oh, I was going to name layers. So this is middle, bottom, top. Then I'm going to lock all these layers. Because we don't really want them, we don't want them moved or any of that. If I can I select many of you? Let's see here. I could merge them. I would rather group them in some way. See here. So now I can now they're all in this one group and this overlay is over top. So I'm going to call this the base scan. Great. Let's see here. There we go. Getting some of that done. All right. Next up, we need an E. That E looks about right. I'm going to lasso select it so we can be fairly close in. See how this does. Great. So now we've got this E. I'm going to copy it and paste it. It's going to be a pasted layer above the base scan. And I want it over this overlay layer probably. Now we're going to move it. Move. Where'd you go? You're over here. Right there. And now we are going to rotate. Selection does not intersect with the layer. Real fast, let me move here. I'm gonna move this. It's that they're thinking about the selection down there still. I thought the selection would move with it. Maybe it's I really want to move the pick a layer or guide. Move the active layer. Do I need to hold something to move the selection with it? Nope. That doesn't seem to work. We still need to have this layer over top of overlay or else we're gonna have some issues. Okay, we can just select this now. We can just move it again first though. Let's clear the selection. Control Shift A. I'll try and remember some keyboard shortcuts while we're going. And since this layer is just the E right now, we can do this and rotate. And something I will do here is make this layer opacity go down so I can kind of line it up with the E below. Let's see here. Let's see here. Move. Why is it? Okay, it crashed. Sometimes that happens. Let's give that a go again. This is why you should save a lot, but we haven't done a whole lot. So let's go back into it. Alas. You can't see me opening for whatever reason. It doesn't like to do that. Okay, open. That is one of the things about software like this. Sometimes it doesn't like you. All right, so we're going to do the stuff we did again. Top. Top. Come on. I know you want to be renamed. I know you do. This is middle. This is bottom. This is overlay fixes. And I actually want to have groups of these. That's the only reason I would redo this, just also to like have some like groups. We're gonna have a bunch of groups. This is gonna go here. And these all go inside. And all of these are individually locked. And I think I'll have another group. Oops, let's do it outside. Let's do here. I'm gonna call this base, and that way we can have some, I will have like a layer group in here for like letters and numbers, but we'll get into that in a little bit. All right, so we've done that. I'm gonna save. So that way we don't lose all of our work. You can see that's saving really slow. It's a big file though. You have to expect some things like this if you're working in a huge file. So we're gonna grab this E again. I don't have to be too precious about it. I'm gonna copy and then paste. I wonder if I hit shift paste. Nope, that's not what I want to do. Oh, that's bad. It's not that bad. It's just making a new document. Discard changes. We'll paste here. We're gonna label this letter E, so we know what we're dealing with. Okay, so this is a problem. I was trying to, when I was doing the copy and paste, I did it on that layer group. I need to do it on this layer group. So again, we'll rename this scan overlay. Okay, so we want to go on scan, and this is where we copy, paste. The pasted layer can go into overlay. And now we're going to move. And now as we move, it should contain an E because we copied it from the scanned layer. So we're moving it up here. Move it up to where we need to go. And yet again, the selection is not sticking with us, so we are going to have to adjust that. I'm going to save it now, yet again. I'm going to get back in the habit of having like constant saves, a classic thing. All right, now we are going to, and probably it's partially that I'm streaming while doing this. We have to select this. And again, we're going to go opacity to like 50% right now, so we can rotate. And then I'm going to move it. I'm going to move it here for a sec so I can rotate this like that. I'm trying to get real close to the original. There we go. I think that's good. I mean, the E's are going to be slightly different from one another just by their very nature. And where I can, I might try to, it's like, let me see here. I'm going to make this. Let's make this opacity very light. Let me also just like look macro level. I think this E is going to be at scale a little larger than this one. So this, we're going to go back to full opacity or like 50% and scale it a little bit. I think that'll be this. Scale. Great. So I'm going to take this, zoom in, and I think the place to scale is sort of at the top, like that. There we go. And this could be a situation, okay, I'm feeling good about that. Let me get this opacity up. We're gonna need to fill in a little bit of that, but we can do a thing, and let me see, I'm gonna, so that's all done. Let me get the eraser tool and we can kind of erase these to make sure we have, erase some of this at least to have more of the original kind of business. I'm gonna have to use that probably. Like I kind of like that, but it is also more damaged. Because this is about maybe a little bit smaller will help us with scale. Let's get this opacity back down, and I'm gonna go ahead and scale from this side now. Something like that. Oh, make sure I'm holding shift. Why? Okay, it's, yeah, there we go. That's looking a lot closer. Maybe a little bigger. I'm being a little more nitpicky than I was with this when I thought I would be. Yeah, it's a little different. I think maybe a little rotating will also help. Something like that. It's really close though. There we go. Something like that. Okay. We're going to bring this opacity back up. I think a few things I could do. Okay, so we've got that. I'm going to erase some. Back to our little erase friend. Get this size down a little bit because I just need to... So that's like really hanging out there. Is there anything to be salvaged there? I think a thing I could do is if I took this and like kind of scooched it. I think, oh, let's do this instead. Not that big. Let's see here. Yeah, that looks more like the original. And this one I will just bump, I think, to match the original a little bit better. This like absolutely doesn't matter. This is like something that I am doing for me as a person. There we go. That's looking really good. Now we just have to do a little bit of cleanup. Go on the scan. Oopsies. That's not what I want to do. This one. Actually, we can make this size a little smaller because we will need to. Should be able to, I guess I can do it here. There. We'll do it on the base layer. Fill in some little spots. Fine to fill in there. Fine to fill in there. Great. Okay, so that E is looking great. I don't see too much visible problem with the letters on either side. It's funny because like this looks like a line. This is a line from how the game was folded. It's not like a line from like, you know, a mistake. All right, here. This, I am not, first thing first we're going to do. Excuse me while I go to select, and I'm going to go here. Copy, paste, move. Alrighty, probably, I don't think we need to scale it too much. Let's do a little rotatey business. We'll need to select this now on the pasted layer. Rotate business, time to rotate. The one thing I really hate about this is like the kind of move and rotate situation. Like I can't, is there like a shift R and M? Okay. 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 Let's see. I'm going to save this real fast while I'm here. Okay, let me let's see, unsee that. Oh, yeah, let's do the same thing as always. We're going to get some of this opacity down so that way we match up this circle moment a little bit more perfectly. It looks like we're going to have to scale like just a slight bit larger. We're getting like close to the right shape and size. Okay, let's go back to full opacity and do a little bit of business here. Okay. This is going to be 29. So there's a few things we can do here. I think I might, just for expediency, I'm going to erase some of these boundings so that way it's a little easier. That way we're not dealing with quite so much fixing, even though there is some like element of goodness here. Would it be better just to budget with a bigger budge friend? I think it needs to be like both a smaller budge friend and a bigger budge friend, which is the problem. Does that work? We're gonna have to do some shenanigans over here anyway. What does this look like underneath? Okay, let me see if I can... Let me see. Okay, changing my plan. I maybe selected too little of this. I'm gonna... Oh, no. I'm saving. That's fine. I'm actually gonna select all of this and clear it. All right, just erase all. No. I'm gonna select... we can clear layer. Or delete layer. That's as easy as anything. Okay. New plan. I'm gonna grab all of 29 here. all of this top as much as possible of this business, and then work from there, doing some fine-tune adjusting. This layer we are deleting. Copy, move. Oh, no, here. Here we go. This'll work. And again, we're gonna go light opacity, though a little bit harder than that. And we are going to, I'm going to stop being so nitpicky about it looking like the original, like I was with the E, so we can get this done a little faster. Because it doesn't, while this is an archival piece, you can always go see the original. Like, the function needs is what really, really matters to us in this moment. So, oh, hold on. We have to select all of this business here. And I want to be going on shift rotate. We're going to be doing that shift rotate move joint, like you all know. That looks pretty good to me. Need to zoom in here. See, I think it's looking pretty good. How do I make sure? Okay, there we go. That's what I meant. Okay, great. Great. Let's make this opacity up and see where we're at. Really good, honestly. Like, this is definitely fixable. Let me just double check to see if I need to do a slight bit more rotation, I think, because like this needs to come down and this needs to come up, which says to me this would benefit from a slight more rotate and then maybe a move this direction. It's tough. It's tough. Actually, let me see if a scale will do it. Oopsies. Just a small amount, maybe. Then we'll rotate do it. The one kind of funky thing is we're copying like the problem there, but it's looking pretty good. And this is the type of thing where like a slight nudge will probably do the trick. As long as I'm being kind of thoughtful about it. Whoopsies. Okay, let's, oh. Okay. Let me try a little bit more rotate just in case. I think a little scale. This is always the fun part where you're like, little movements do a lot. Whoa, what just happened? Okay. Well, if nothing else, it's definitely looking different than the other ones. It's looking way too small. Also, let me look, see how... Yeah, we are so much smaller now. The scale has been way too much. I accidentally went to a different tool. Let me get this. I think it's control to make sure. No, it just automatically does it like that. Yeah, because we were closer before. Let me get back here. It just is not lining up as well as I'd like. I think we definitely need to scale down some. Kind of eyeball that on a grand scale. And now we're just going to rotate. Let me see. Okay, actually, we're going to try this all again. Let's try it all again. Let me get a bigger chunk still. Because I do need some of that, especially the lower green there. Oh, I did the thing again. I always do this where I have to reselect. I don't understand why the selection doesn't move. I'm sure I'm doing something wrong. Okay, that seems too far. That seems about right. And now we move it. That actually looks pretty good. Anchor the floating transformation, bring that opacity back up. And yeah, I think we're going to do this with stretching, which is, again, a little precarious, but we've got some goodness happening over here. Let me just also erase where it's going to be a problem, like right there. Okay, actually, I don't want to erase too far there. I can erase this until it looks a little better. And then, because some of this I'm going to just need to bump. So here I need to bump these guys this way a little bit. Oh, I'm on the wrong layer. I'm on the wrong layer, maybe? Oh, maybe not. Let's see here. Oh, actually, it looks like I can erase more than I thought of that section. Because there's like more available there than I thought. This can all go. Then use that as a line to kind of see how that should go. Let me make this. Nope. Yeah, they kind of have like a vibe here. Use some stamp as well to fill this in. Whoops. needs to be on. This is why I'm thinking I might end up merging those. Don't tell Jonathan. It should be on the bottom that we need to stamp, and then on this layer we just paint that on. Great. Oops, I did the thing. Oops, and actually really I should do this on the base layer. That looks pretty good. Okay, and now we're back to here on, and I'm gonna rename this number 29 because that's what it will eventually be. Let's see here. What happens? I erase this. At what point do we get in trouble is my question. Kind of there. Let me see if I just like erase this up to here. How bad does that look? Not bad. And then I'm going to get this at a very small size just to bump this. Oh gosh, that's not good. Let's not do that. Let's just do some clone. Clone here. Oh. Clone here. Remember that time when I was like, I am not going to get in the weeds on this. Let's see here. I'm gonna get a little bit bigger size brush and make sure on this base overlay we've got, and then make sure we've got a good bit there. And on the number 29, I am going to erase. I don't know how to adjust the size of the eraser, the size of stuff without, let's take this opacity down just to like kind of have this, whoopsies, come down a little bit softer. It still has like a little bit of hardness to it. Like this kind of like lighter section that kind of appears, but I think I'm okay with it for the most part. All right, up here we need to do some business. In general, you want to be able to do warps with bigger things. Sometimes you can't. Oh, I know what's going on. The fact that the hardness is all the way up, I think is... nope. Nope. I think I need the spacing very low. I think I need the hardness very low. I need the strength maybe lower too. Just trying to make this bump it a little bit. Part of it is that I like some of it, like I'm like, oh, that looks weird. Is that due to the base? No, that's just like how the thing is. That looks pretty good. Okay. That's looking okay. The big thing now I need to get is a 9. Let's make this happen. So I'm gonna go grab 6. Let's do a new one. What was it? Control Shift A? Nope. Control Shift A. Lasso neatly around this 6. Make sure I'm on the scan, set, copy, paste. I'm going to put number 29 in the overlay over E. This will definitely go over 29. Moving this over here. rotating. Oh, I need to, again, select and then rotate. Then move. Then rotate a little more. There's a lot of eyeballing it in this. We are going to need to scale up a touch. I think about there. Then move it down just a tight hair. Erase. Oops, I need to anchor that selection. Erase just a touch. It's funny that like fades in a little bit already. I'm happy to merge that down though. Let me make sure I didn't mess up some. Yeah, it is still on this. I would like to erase. Let me erase. Let me erase. Let me make sure this is like truly, well and truly erased. I think we're good now. All right, and now we're gonna merge down. Because this is now number 29. Easy peasy. All right, let's do some business here. And I'm going to work on the base layer mostly just because it's like a bunch of lines and stuff and I don't want to deal too much. I may actually do... Let me see how much is... Jonathan's done some here. I'm going to work on a... let's do a new layer. Okay, just a normal layer. And we're going to call this Alice base. And it'll be over top of... the Jonathan base. So that way I'm working over top of the layers he's created. Though, what's going on with that? Is that... Yeah, that's kind of showing up weird to me. I might just erase a little bit, maybe with some feathering. Oopsies. Especially right there, just to soften. I'm going to erase that actually, just to make sure that ends up being nice and soft. Doesn't have to be too intense. So let's go to stamp brush. Make sure, I think we need the top here. Slightly larger size. And let's reduce the hardness on this. And oops, shouldn't be doing it on there anyway. We'll go onto the Alice base anyway. And it'll just kind of fill it in a little bit there. There we go. That's looking a little better. This is interesting problems though. Is there any other ones with a jar that look like this? Yeah. This is the closest one. I'm gonna, on top, we're gonna need to rotate this portion of it, but let's get some of this. Okay. Let's get down there. Let me just kind of get what I need first. Actually, let's do it on a new layer real fast. You know what? Let's just lasso it. Let me figure out all of that I need there. And it's pretty close in size. Let's see. So like about this portion here. So I'm going to start here. Grab all of this business. Even though it's a little extra, and we'll just grab it. There we go. Oh, that actually may not be enough. What? Okay. Let's try that again. Let me see. So we kind of need... It's going to be a little bit of a problem. Let's grab all of this business. And we can erase. We can always erase some. I mean, we're going to have to. What just happened? Don't do that to me. It's fine. Ah! Control Shift A. Let's see here. I'm going to grab a bunch of this. And we're not going to use all of it. Go on to scan. Copy. Paste. And we're going to move this. This is going to be wild. I promise it will pan out. I'm going to put this over top of everything for now. We're going to rotate it. Did the thing again. How many times am I going to do this and not remember? Scale it. I think it needs to be scaled up a bit. Okay, actually, let me real fast just adjust the opacity here. Let's move first. I think it needs to be more like that and then move. Let's see here. I don't know where my handles are. Oh, I get to make my handles. Let me step backward a bunch. So like here we're pretty close. But like here I need to dip a little bit. I think we're okay. We're in the weeds too much. I think, okay. Let's start there. This is better. Okay, but this is better than I think it is, I think. Can we just scale this up and be in better shape? Let's find out if that works to solve some of our problems. I'm going to scale it up. And then rotate it a bit. Still needs some rotation. How much do I need this? Lock it down. Oh, that's the thing. It's like so much thinner on the original. I wonder, okay, we need to do this in multiple stages. Let me erase a bunch of the, let me erase, make sure I've got the opacity all the way up, hardness a bunch. Let me erase most of this down to like here. Get this size down a little bit so I can be a little bit more precise. But this will get us like that portion still. I don't know. This is maybe a fool's errand. Maybe I just need a smaller thing. Like I just need that cross. This one's more similar. Let's just do stamps for now. Go to Allispace. I'm gonna do this, and I am going to select and rotate though. Yeah, I think a little bit of this will go a long way to getting this done a little faster, but it doesn't require quite as much. Let's see if I can get like this lined up. This should be locked. I don't understand why I'm able to draw on it. Okay, hold on. I need to do a little bit more. Every time I like decide how I'm gonna do this, I'm like, yes. And then I'm like, no, actually. Let's lasso this. Let's grab just the relevant things for this little portion. Oh, this is gonna be a nightmare. I'm gonna grab all of that. Copy. Oh wait, hold on. Copy. Paste up on top. Okay, we're gonna move this. And rotate it. Select it and rotate it. Move it. And I am going to try this handle transform again. So I can try to do a little bit of that, hit enter. And now we're going to go to this. Okay, that's not working. Let's do some erasing and see if that'll... Nope, I didn't mean to do that. Let's see if a little erasing will work. I was very optimistic about how much I could get done today. It's taking a little longer than I thought. Let's see here. I mean, I need some of that. I think I need to increase the strength here. Kind of push this out so it matches our new home a little better. And then I think we will be able to erase some more, so that way it's more of the original. Yeah. Can I erase some of this? Nope, that needs to stay. So I do need to like I think I need to make this a little sharper. There we go. Let's try a little stamp and go. And rotate, just you, my little friend. Just a tiny little bit. And then we will smudge you back to the way you should be. Okay, what's the keyboard shortcut for this? I don't know. Back to a little bit of wave motion just to get us where we need to go. Yeah, just kind of drag this up and over to assuage our fears and problems. Some of this is, I think I need to erase. Nope. Let me stamp, actually, I know what I can do. I can stamp the top portion, smaller size. Smaller size. Stamp there, and then on this layer, kind of bring that vibe a little bit. I did get it. I get the stamp there. And this pasted layer is where I'm drawing on. Oopsies. I'm going to save for now, in case I get a fun little crash moment. Let me see. Control-Shift-All. So that way I know I'm not... There's no reason why it should do that. See. Let me see if I can just kind of bump this to looking a little bit more normal. And I can. That's looking better. It's bothering me less. Okay. There's a bunch of good things happening here. Whoops, not that though. That's not a good thing. I think this needs some business happening. I really want to get this texture stamped out. I don't know why. Is it? Oh, it's in the middle. That's why. That's why we're having some issues. We're trying to stamp from the wrong layer. Trying to get some more of this kind of darker red. And then we're gonna blur the two a little bit. Can we do a little bit of this business? No, that's looking real weird. We do need to blur. Blur. Just a little bit of blur business. Trying to make this look a little more uniform. That actually looks like oddly dark for the rest of it. It's probably because of the shadow. You know what? I'm going to undo all that I just did and then do, redo that item visibility. Okay. And instead we're going to actually, push this up into this area. Great. That looks good. I'm feeling better about that. Okay. We are still moving so slow. Get this size up way bigger. Stamp right there. And we will be, I'm just going to come down with this on the Alice base layer. That looks like it matches up fairly nicely. Kind of get that going, and that's looking really good. And now we're just gonna, actually, I'll just like lasso select this section. This is like a great opportunity for this handle transform to work. Just kind of create a handle there because we want it to stay there and just kind of bump it. That looks pretty good. May have to erase some after we do this. See if like a little erase business here. Okay. Oh, anchor, we're good. Does anything? Okay, no, it doesn't. In fact, we need to kind of fix what's going on here. It's being created by 29, isn't it? Yeah, so 29 on 29, we can just erase some, and maybe that'll help us out a little bit. We need some of that. Good to know. We need more of that than I thought. It's mostly that middle section. Okay, let me see. Okay, there's so many things going on here. Mostly this is doing good stuff. I'm going to erase a little bit here, but I think mostly that's doing good. This is so bothering me. I need to just try and fix it a little bit more. Thank you. Okay. That's going to bother me a little bit less, at least. Okay. Cool. We're making some progress here. I wonder... Okay, you're causing some trouble up here. But I wonder if I can come down to you. If I get into the handle transform, we're going to grab here, and we're going to grab here, and we're going to try... Okay, no. Nope, that wasn't what I wanted to do. I wonder if a little bit of a... Let's try a little push. Because this is underneath, thankfully. So let's get this size up a bit and try and just like... kind of push you down. Where's that other one coming from? That's fixing that. Oh, is it the base? Okay, we are going to do a little in the middle then. Just the slightest bit. And that'll make everything a little better. I'll still have to do some fixes around here, but that should be pretty easy. The bottom, we're just gonna get a nice little stamp. Then on Alice base, I think number 29 just needs a little erasing now. Oh no, it needs to let's see here. Make sure there's nothing there. Maybe just a little push. Push like that. Looking pretty good. I mean, like, there's gonna be some funkiness here and there. It's just how this goes, but that's looking pretty good. I think the E looks pretty great. How are we doing? It is 4:30. Doing pretty good on time considering. Okay, yeah, this is where we need, maybe we do need a bigger copy paste section, but I'm glad we did it in two. I think it needs to be something like about here. Let me see what is going to be closest in size and shape and scale, because yeah, we have the paper fold is happening right here, so right about there. Is there anybody else who's like similarly kind of thin? Let me try you. The issue is that we have adjusted you, but not in the spots that you need to be. Okay, let's try this. So we definitely want to get like most of this down to like this tip, like this side. Something like that. Did the same thing where I pasted it as a not as a new layer. Here we go. And this layer I'm going to merge down, even though it gives us a little bit less flexibility right now. I can kind of deal with it. And now we are going to take this pasted layer and move it. We're going to need to do some stretching and rotating. Let's start with some rotating. Okay, let's see here. And now let's see how much we can just do with wave. Oops. We need to deselect this. Oh, first off, we need to anchor it, then deselect this. That way we're kind of getting the ability to come down here. I don't want to just be working in this selection though. Here we go. Let's see here. Let me see if we can scale it to do anything good. I think it needs to be a little tiny bit bigger anyway. So then we'll rotate also. Well, actually, we'll move first. We'll rotate as is our way. Move it after that rotation. We're looking super good. Except for the bottom. I think actually, I think the scale actually isn't right. I think it just needs a bump. Maybe a bigger bump than that. What if I got like really kind of big? Can I get some big? I don't think that was too much. Though it's actually kind of like not enough, weirdly. Okay, there's this weird thing where there's like this bounded box. Need to layer to image size. Oh yeah, I just need to do that. Layer to image size. There we go. Thank God. Okay, that's all. That's like the big thing that needed to happen. Now let's get back into warp. Get this kind of like larger size situation going. Even bigger, maybe. So it has a feeling of... And then go smaller to get this back on track. It's so close and yet so far. needs to be closer to where I had it before. And then can I like, okay. No, we're gonna have to do it like this, and I hate doing it like this because it looks a little funky. But it's kind of working. That's pretty good right there. I think the key to success here is just doing everything as slowly as you can. It's going to be a little wonky, but you know what? It's not too bad considering. I mean, that's what I'm copying, so that's why there's some sort of like smallness there. That's looking pretty good though. The one thing is we do have to fix the kind of the tail here, and I don't have quite enough to quite enough of the red to fix this overall. My one qualm is like some of these things I guess we could try and do it by hand. Let's try and do it by hand. Middle. Let's see here. I'm gonna try and, let's see here. Get this size down. So I'm getting this. I think I'll work on this layer. Oh. I swear I had this lined up better like 5 seconds ago. Do the warp stuff here. It's looking pretty good. Okay, hold on. Did I do something weird here? Yeah. Okay, so this is from the beginning. I don't know why I've had so many step backs, but here we are. I'm gonna do that and see what happens if I can like, I'm on the wrong layer. This is working elsewhere. Okay, let me try. There's probably some more things I can do here. I'm gonna save this real fast since we're having some issues here. One thing I have to watch is that this is lines and this is the sort of dot situation. I don't understand why this is not working the way I want it to. Oh, that should be why. Gotta deselect. Let's see, you're gonna have to step back a bunch. Okay, we are going to first off deselect, select this little guy, move him over. He needs to be rotated still. I'm gonna kind of try and get it so it's a little bit like everything's a little bit off, but everything's only just a little bit off. So that way when we start warping, we're not going to be in any trouble. We're going to deselect. So we're already not selecting anything. I'm going to, on this layer, okay, first off, we got to get that done. That's done. And now we are going to, layer to image size. And now we are getting to use our warp tool to the max. Trying to be as delicate as possible while also being true to our warp, what we need to warp to and against. Let me try and shrink area. We don't want that. Let's see here. Smooth warping. Is smooth warping just get rid of warping, it seems like? Interesting. Okay. Move pixels. I'm gonna go a little bigger on the size, which seems odd. I think we're getting a better result out of it. Excuse me. Actually, I'll let that go. Apologies. And then we'll bump that one down using a smaller size. Needs to be bigger to kind of get what I want to have happen. I think that's looking much better than last time. And it's all due to warping. I think if we extend it a little bit, that's going to look even better. And then if I do the smooth warping, just kind of tighten it up a bit. I think that's looking really good. Okay, now we've got to do some blending. I'm actually going to use this guy, get this size down a bit so like we can blend this moment. a little bit blend some of these colors into. It's gonna look a little funky. I think we're looking okay on the whole. So I'm gonna use some stuff here from the bottom. Let's see here. Need the bottom. No, they need the top. I need the middle here. And I'm gonna stamp. A little bigger will help us here, but not too much bigger. We're gonna get some weird texture here. That's gonna be okay. Okay. Need to be a little bit more careful with that. Okay, so that's moved, and now I'm actually going to push this up. Maybe a little smaller size there so we can kind of get that matching up really nicely. And now, top. Needs to be this top. Fill this in. I still need to do that anyway, so that's not a huge deal. It's fine. That's looking okay. Okay. And that part is going to get kind of redone anyway. Okay. The other thing I need to do is grab some of this. Oh. Push that into that without going too crazy. Definitely trying to get those. Erase whatever's here. Whoopsies. So we just need to stamp from you. Actually, stamp from you Actually, no, then we should be able to erase. Oh, no, there's some stuff there. I see what's happening. Let's do this, though. Mm-mm. The number... Ooh, okay. Let's see here. Not what I want to do. Why can't I get this quite right? Let's grab from this instead. Choosing the exact right spot, man. It's a tough gig. Okay, we did it though. That's much better. How are we doing? It is almost 5. Ugh. I at least got through a good chunk of this. Ooh, some of this. Is this on the actual layer? Or is this on... Let me see if I can do anything with this using smooth warping. Let me see if I can warp and then smooth the warping. Oh no, it's on here. This layer. Now let's try to smooth warping. This is gonna bother me for forever. What the heck? This is gonna bother me for no reason. Okay, some of it is this. Because I think we did some stuff on these layers before. Okay. It's looking a little better. Every day we're improving. Okay. I'm gonna keep going with this for a little longer because I just can't take it. I'm going to add that in to this layer, I think. And take this little chunk that we just made and move it. Why can't I just move some of this without moving everything? I ask you, software. Just gonna remove this little bit. And I'm sure I've messed up somewhere along. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Okay. I think that actually looks better somehow, and I don't know why. We're gonna merge down. And we'll just deal with that as we need to. Okay, it's 5 o'clock, but I'm gonna get this back to my stamp friend. Okay, stamp friend is copying. I'm gonna even on the top. Stamp friending here. Above this, we're gonna have a new layer. We're gonna draw this on, and then we are gonna rotate, select all this. We're gonna move it up here, not moving the selection, moving the layer up here, and then we're gonna rotate this bad boy. Rotate just a little bit back to kind of account for how wonky this is. And then we're going to just do some business. Oh. I swear I've selected none. It doesn't look like I've selected none. You didn't like that, did you? Where I was right and you were wrong. There we go. That's looking pretty good. Back onto the outspace layer. I didn't realize there's some business happening there. Boy, okay. I need to leave, but I just can't deal with not having some more of this done. Let's do some more, at least get some basic stuff done here. Got that. And on Allispace, we will start filling this in as a nice way to kind of fill in this section and fix many of the kind of visual imperfections here. Oh, sorry, did the thing again. I do that sometimes. Give some extra texture here. It's looking, that was like a little too much. Okay, great. I don't know how much we're getting rid of like lines and stuff. Mostly we would just want this to be playable. Let's see if this works. It's not going to. Let's go into this layer. Merge down. Add a new layer. Grab this, rotate it. Kind of not too much. And then move it so it lines up better. Great. Deselect. Okay. Back to my friend. Oh, anchor. That looks pretty good. Can we pull you out just a touch? No. Wait. Let's control. I always get this wrong because different pieces of software. I think that's okay. I think just like extending it as much as possible. Okay, so we've got some major progress done here. I'm liking it. Okay, but I do need to end stream soon. So hopefully this will all be done and good. 1 second, I'm gonna leave this real fast. But yeah, it's looking better. Obviously, I think the work we did on E is looking great. Like this is looking pretty primo. The work on C is definitely looking better. Let me merge down. Let me see actually. How bad off would we be if I just real fast? I just like can't stop doing this. This is like a problem. I don't want too much of this. New layer. Let's see here. This is closer at least, so I can kind of get an idea of how much I need. I need like quite a bit of that. Quite a bit of the point and like above. Always erase a little bit if we need it. Okay, let's try that. Need a little bit more, not too much more though. All right. And as per usual, we kind of get it close to everything, and then we'll do some fun stuff with this. So we can get that kind of puffed. I think I did too much scaling. And now let's warp instead, because I think this will look better ultimately. I think actually we'll just erase some of this from this side. And then warp again. And actually maybe one more layer will be on. It's the middle that I need here. Yes. Oopsies. It's on this one. Get a little bit of that. Select it and rotate it. Then erase some components here. Anchor it. There we go. And now we can try and warp this smaller brush to kind of fit our circumstances. Actually, if we pull it underneath. I think we just need to erase the right stuff here. Then push this into place. There we go. It's a little fudgy. Then erase this. Nope. This one. Ooh. Let's see, smooth warping. Okay, and now I just want to warp this down. Oh, don't need to smooth. I just need to move those pixels down a touch. Oh. See here. I am way over time. I'm just getting too into it, as I always do with stuff like this. All right. I think we're so close to like a really good spot. So I'm just going to do a little bit more here. It's actually looking pretty good right there. And then warp just a little bit more down at the bottom. All right, that's looking way better. I'm gonna save it. We'll see where Jonathan gets to next week. But thank you all for joining me. I'm sorry I wasn't so talkative as I kind of fell head deep into this. I think we're looking pretty good though. Let me merge these down. I don't love some of this. I wish I could kind of take back. So I probably should have done so, but it's okay. We'll leave it with this for now. And I will talk to y'all next week. Bye.